get up in the morning about 5 and do my morning routine and make some breakfast and get dressed and head out of the house about 6:30. This time of the year, it's still dark in the morning. Drive 2.5 miles to the Shrewsbury train station.
It's probably last September. That here on the train, by face I've seen a long train for a long time. But then when I heard them talking about places for people, I said, oh yeah, that's where I go.
Eddie had been riding the train with me, sitting across the aisle from me for quite a while. But I would talk to all the other people on the train and they would talk to me, and Eddie never really took part in that. He sat in his seat quietly and sometimes dozed. And I was talking to some people about Back at You, and I was telling them about this woman that I had met very randomly who was a nurse at Places for People, which is a facility that helps mentally ill clients get off the streets and find housing. And when I said that, Eddie perked up and he said, Places for People? I know that place. I go there every day. That's where I'm going on the train. It was very helpful to talk to somebody who'd lived on the streets, to find out what things might be helpful and what things maybe wouldn't be as helpful. And he was very forthcoming and eager to tell his stories and what he thought about Back at You and about the whole backpack experience. I was able to talk Kevin into working at a men's homeless shelter. We served dinners there for quite a while. I just felt like I wanted to do something more. I know how many people walk by the homeless every day and act like they don't exist. They walk by them as if they're invisible. And I knew that I might not be able to end their homelessness, but I could give them respect and dignity and hopefully a few things that would be helpful to them while they were living on the streets. Jesse was just amazing in his support and his love as my son and as an attorney. And he reminds me that he is an attorney, but he's not my attorney. And he was able to take me to a level I had only dreamed of. And then I knew that I needed someone who was smarter than I was about the business end of things.
I'm Becky Bierman.
And I'm Jim Bierman.
We're both on the board of directors. I am the treasurer. We're both volunteers. We're both working on getting donations, getting more volunteers to help us with the crocheting and whatnot.
The four of us, Kevin, Kathy, Becky, and I, we developed a friendship through the years, and we just enjoy their company, and because of her involvement, that got us involved in Back at You.
We used to go on vacations and she would always take dollar bills and things to give to the homeless. She's always wanted to make sure they're not invisible out there, that they're seen, and she was very passionate.
She gave me the first backpack. It was filled with some good stuff that people need. Like there was literally a hat, a scarf, some gloves, toothbrush, toothpaste, comb, quite a bit of other stuff in there.
I found this amazing place downtown called The Bridge, and I knew that they were not a shelter, and they supplied meals, 3 meals most days, and they had showers, and they had phones and things that the homeless could use, as well as a place for them to get out of the elements of the weather. And I wasn't really sure how it was going to work, so we just decided that we would give out the backpacks in front of the building. And Becky and Jim came along.
I mean, it was our first really involvement in it, and we thought we were just going to help friends hand out backpacks to homeless people.
The event had much more of an impact on us than we ever thought that it would.
Every single person that got a backpack, we talked to. We told them our names, we asked their names. I got hugs, and people smiled and were so happy. And as we'd give them their backpacks and they'd walk away, we saw people taking their backpacks and opening them up, and it was cold.
Putting the
scarves on, and it was amazing.
We went to lunch after that event and just said, we've got to make this thing grow fast.
My goal is to do 200 backpacks next year. I would be fine if we did more, but that's my goal.
I think that we will have 200 and probably surpass that. We've got a lot of volunteers. I know Kathy wants a handmade scarf in every backpack, so we have a lot of volunteers that are crocheting.
We're collecting wherever we can. We've got a GoFundMe account. You can make donations on our website, backatyou.org, and I am hoping to get as many people involved as want to be involved, and to do as many backpacks filled with things to help as possible.
She has a passion that just won't stop. She lives and breathes this organization, and I don't think anybody could do a better job.
But yeah, she's great.
There's nothing wrong with helping people that are less fortunate than you. I mean, nothing bad can happen from giving to somebody that's less fortunate. We're not going to go broke by helping out people that are less fortunate than us. So, I mean, that's what we want to do. We want to help people and, do our little bit.
I knew that no matter how tough things got, I would one way or another have a roof over my head, whether it was my own roof or the roof of a family member or a friend. I was lucky to have that kind of support system. And I know that the people on the streets don't have those support systems. And if I can make them feel like somebody cares just a little bit, that's all that really matters sometimes.